Hi Guy, good afternoon to you. This afternoon I'm going to talk about Paul because so many discussion on Paul in the YouTube. That's the reason why I'm interested to talk about Paul, because of so many people discuss it in the YouTube. Who is this Paul? And there is even the word Pauline religion coined by someone. So who is this Paul? According to Barnabas, the person who was close to Jesus, Barnabas was often with Jesus. Barnabas was also the witness of Jesus visiting her mother from the heaven. So then he wrote his gospel on Barnabas based on what he had seen. So we want to know more about Jesus, the truth about Jesus. You have to read Gospel of Barnabas. Many Christians avoid because they believe in the Gospel of Barnabas is Islamic belief. Well, it's true, because Jesus is a Muslim. That's the reason why they believe in the Gospel of Barnabas is what the Muslim believe. That's the reason why the Christian avoid reading it, avoid having it, and they will always say it's a Muslim propaganda because it has the Muslim content in it. Of course, it is. Muslims don't deny it because Jesus is a Muslim. Remember what Jesus said: God is one, and his message is one. So I just came across someone saying all the prophets have the same boss. So all the prophets have the same boss, so the same message from God, because God is one. God had not changed. So Adam had been worshipping the God, that one God. So is and was the Jesus, Prophet Muhammad. All were worshipping to the same God. So what do you expect? The content of the Gospel of Barnabas. This must be it must be Islamic belief. So who is this Paul? Okay, back to Paul. This is what it is said in the Gospel of Barnabas about Paul. Man deceived by Satan and teaching the people Jesus is the Son of God, and repudiating the ordain of circumcision, all this praying daily prayer. Oh, it's not taught by Paul, though people believe Many people believe Paul followed Jesus, but no, he had not followed Jesus. Actually, he was the enemy of Jesus, and he wrote the Canonical Bible. Scholars say 65% of the content of the Canonical Bible was written by Paul. So, and many Christians would like to believe the Canonical Bible is holy. It's not written by the prophet of God. Of course, it's mixed. There's a truth inside, and there are also many faults. It's not true. Of course, Paul is also clever. So he mixed the truth and the false, so people don't realize the false. The truth is just like a bait to make people, yes, like the story of Moses splitting the sea. Also the Bible also said, include the story of Moses splitting the sea, and now they have evidence that there was a trace of chariots along or in the sea that Moses crossed. So there was evidence of crossing the sea. Most people believed that Moses crossed the sea, and then people think that it is a true story. But it is the time when Paul put in his story. So what is the evidence? Paul is the enemy of Jesus. Well, a simple story is story of Samaritan woman. Story of Samaritan woman was Jesus asked the woman to get water for him from the well. Samaritan woman refused because she said she was a Samaritan woman and Jesus was a Jew. And so for that reason, Jesus understood why she refused to get water for him. And then Jesus offered himself to get water for the Samaritan woman. But then Jesus said, "We will bless this water, but on the condition that you brought your wife, or you call your wife over to drink with you. You call your husband to drink the water with you." And then the woman lied, "I have no husband." Then Jesus said, "No, you have 5 husbands." Of course, the Samaritan woman was shocked. How could Jesus knew that she had 5 husbands? But then in her shock, she said to Jesus, "Truly you are the prophet of God." I want to pray, said the woman, meaning that she wanted to follow Jesus and obey what Jesus had taught her. So, and she became a good follower of Jesus. And then Paul, maybe he must have read this story or heard this story, because this story was written in the Gospel of Barnabas. Paul changed the story. And how do I know? Someone had produced a YouTube on the story of Samaritan woman based on the Canonical Bible. So, what the Canonical Bible says, most likely written by Paul, who didn't like Jesus, who hated Jesus. Then the story in Canonical Bible was that Jesus said to the Samaritan woman that Jesus wanted to be the sixth husband of the Samaritan woman. Well, it's not nice to say that, isn't it? A prophet wanted to be the sixth husband of a woman. A prophet of God said he wanted to be the sixth husband of the woman. So, do you think Paul is good to Jesus? No, he's not good to Jesus. What is it? He make a joke. Jesus, I don't know whether it's joke. You want to smear Jesus' name. It's a really bad story from Canonical Bible. But why you still believe the Canonical Bible? It's this holy book. You must believe from cover to cover. But look at this story. Why do you want to believe Canonical Bible? No quality. The story of no quality. It is insulting Jesus, actually. Talking about Jesus wanting to be the sixth husband of a Samaritan woman. That's not the worst. The worst is teaching the people that Jesus is the Son of God. That is the worst ever teaching. And the worst, Jesus feel badly on this. Jesus was very much affected by this. When people start to say, believe Paul that he is the Son of God, Jesus couldn't stand it. Jesus want to get out of this world. Because of that saying, he is the Son of God. The teaching of Paul, Jesus wanted to get out of this world. Look, Jesus had been prophet only for 3 years because he couldn't stand people saying he is the Son of God. And he prayed to God take me God out of this world. Couldn't stand this saying of people saying I'm the Son of God. Couldn't stand. So actually it happened after 3 years as a prophet. Then Jesus was taken to the third heaven and lived in the third heaven and will come back to earth soon. Near the end of the world, Jesus will come back to earth. Then there he became imam, or the one leading the prayer, and he would kill the Antichrist that lived in that area, in that era, in that time. So this is what the Paul saying that caused Jesus to live outside of this earth, to live in the third heaven. Okay, guys. That's the story of Paul. I can tell you and what his teaching is that caused Jesus to one get out of this world. Thank you very much.